it's a very important celebration that we have every year. I think just thinking about it, I was reminded a few weeks ago I was interviewed by a student from the Fedi Middle School, and he asked me what is the most important responsibility of a mayor. And I told him, well, I think the most important responsibility as a mayor, city council member, is to keep our community safe. Just like the most important responsibility for the president is to keep the country safe. And it's really the efforts of the men and women here who have served in the military for the past 200 plus years that have kept our country safe, has made our country the greatest country in the world. And we thank you all, gentlemen and ladies here, for your service.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Color Guard, retreat.
Dear God, we give you thanks today for our nation's veterans. We honor them for their faithful service to our country and for what they have done to defend and preserve our freedom.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
What makes these veterans unique in the history of all the world is that our veterans are truly citizen soldiers. Our nation's military is made up of every ethnicity, economic background, and religion. However, the characteristic that unifies them is love of country.
What is the lasting legacy of those Hawaiian Gardens veterans who dutifully went afar and stood ready to make the ultimate sacrifice? What is the lasting legacy of those heroes who died in battle while serving our nation? Many of you here today know friends, family members, and special people in our lives who serve and continue to serve. They include 10 fallen members of our community: World War II Sergeant Edward R. Busher, Korean conflict, Corporal Velo Antonio, Korean conflict, Private Richard E. Davis, Vietnam War Sergeant Alfredo F. Alvarado, Vietnam War Staff Sergeant James Gordon Barnes, Vietnam War Specialist Marcelo N. Barrios, Vietnam War Private First Class Daniel Diaz, Vietnam War Private First Class Alfonso L. Espinosa II, Vietnam War Staff Sergeant Juan A. Guzman, and Vietnam War Corporal George Leroy Thomas Walker.
To all those who had given and laid down their life willingly, valiantly, I take my hat off to you. And I say thank you for my percentage in this country of the United States of America.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How
We truly are very proud of our veterans and can't thank them enough for their service to the nation protecting our freedoms.